course you know. Ruseladon, yes. We've said his name all season, despite only seeing Nebraska probably twice on stream. But enough of that. Game one, we're underway. And it's going to be a fast game. All 6 of these players, it's definitely going to be a kick up as far as the pace is concerned. And it comes down to boost control and solid passes on the offensive half of the field. Who can generate more pressure? Is Adverse. Carries this over parkour. Penguin into nowhere.
Break my heart, Adverse. Try again.
Almost started the series with a bang. Instead forces Chanos up. And both players, Samba and Echo Clutch, were on the side wall, so they'll have to start back from their own corner. Adverse coming in quickly. And it will be Ruseladon to kick it back up to its corner. But it's been UTA that have been fast to this ball. Nebraska, quick on the pass, but Adverse is in their faces, and he steals the boost away. Parkour Penguin has a good challenge, but has to wait for this ball.
He didn't really know what to do with that. He kind of froze and then realized the ball was going to go over his head.
Oh, and everyone backed away from him, too. He's like, oh, ball on top of my head, and here's
a
a goal for Adverse on the quick transition downfield for UTA.
Got a touch around the corner. Just a great touch by Samba. Reading that touch off of Parkour Penguin, and Adverse has Ruseladon beat by a mile.
What were you talking about, Jorby? About optimistic positioning?
Optimistic positioning.
Ruseladon was camping at the top of the box, like, yeah, we'll be okay.
We're not okay.
We're not okay.
Nebraska are down 1-0. Echo Clutch tried the ground to air dribble. Samba takes it away from the defense. And Adverse ends up bumping into his teammate to get back to the ball. Even in retreat, it's UTA winning these touches, and that was free for Parkour Penguin. The follow-up shot denied by Samba. Samba kicks it down the field, and Chanos stops UTA, at least for a second. Nebraska moved down the pitch.
Good defense from UTA as well. Those shots were not easy to save, especially with the pace they were hit. There's opportunity for Nebraska, but cut out by Adverse. See what he can do on the ball. Not much as UTA trying to find their second goal. Nebraska loses a hold of it in their own box, and Ruseladon forced to use a lot of boost to make it towards half field.
Oh, he missed. Chanos with that miss there really lets the Mavericks back into things. And oh, Samba just bumped his teammate. This is a waste of time.
Yeah, UTA are trying to do a little too much solo-wise on a couple of these return possessions. Adverse backflips, so Samba comes in, almost finds the dunk. Echo Clutch loses in midfield, and it's going to be an easy goal for Chanos.
Simply being fast with the ball here. Third man commits for UTA, and Chanos beats Echo Clutch by a mile. It's an open net. All he had to do was put it on target. We got ourselves a tie game.
So 2 times the third man gets caught. One tries to,
oh my goodness.
Ruseladon just wins on the kickoff.
Yeah, Samba was the guy who cut off to get the boost, but really did not expect neither of his teammates to have anything. Like, they just straight lost that ball. He did not have enough time to recover.
Nebraska, well, they take the lead. UTA, they've had majority of possession in the first half of game one, but now they find themselves at a deficit. Parkour Penguin looks for Chanos in midfield. It's taken away by Adverse. Adverse quick to the ball. It sends it across the box. Parkour Penguin puts it back to the gap in the offense. Quick pass from Chanos, broken up by Samba in midfield.
Ruseladon wanted to bait him in and then fake him, look him off. Didn't come through, and now UTA threatening again. Adverse trying to get the bumps on the last defender, but good patience from the Nebraska side. Now Samba can't follow that up. Now Adverse now in front of his own net. Nebraska just lobbing this ball into the UTA side. See what they do with it.
Oh, Samba ends up confirming the boost there, bumping into Adverse as well. Some of this play in the offensive corners for UTA has not been worked out. It's been questionable, to say the least. Echo Clutch will start on the point. Will be tough. Nebraska pretty set on defense right now. Parkour Penguin can't find the challenge. And Ruseladon had time to pick up the boost, and he gets a free hit. And it's a free goal.
Great shot from Ruseladon here. Patience to let it come off the back wall. Picks up the boost.
Ooh.
Barely dodges a demo. And then lobs it over the last man.
He got baited.
Quick challenge from UTA. And that's the second time now it's come back to bite them. The long clear is on target for Nebraska working out.
So I feel like Ruseladon knows that Echo Clutch is gonna bite. Oh, what a save! And so he intentionally went for that.
Well, Echo Clutch was a nice shot there from Texas Arlington, but Echo Clutch was definitely banking on the fact that Samba was about to get that demo in the corner. And that's why he goes real aggressive for it. And here's another chance to get it on transition, but well met Ruseladon in time.
Echo Clutch has a look, and it's quickly shut off. Parkour Penguin will kick another ball towards midfield. Adverse has a chance to get back to it. Over Ruseladon, and it's saved by Chanos. Echo Clutch, less than 20 seconds remaining for UTA to get back into game number 1. Really got away from them. Nebraska took control. They weren't able to take a game this season off of UTA, but they do pick up the very first game in the playoffs against them in this best-of-7 set. Nebraska start off with a W.
I think UTA came out a little bit flat here.
Yeah.
Like you just said, Jorby. UTA didn't have a problem with this team during league play. Nebraska really came out and kicked them in the teeth.
That was 3 weeks ago. Nebraska's figured things out. They know how they all approach the game. That's not to say that Texas Arlington haven't done that as well, but it's just... You have 8 shots. I don't even remember the one that went in the net.
It was the very first one.
Was it open?
Yes, because Ruseladon was too far forward.
Oh, that's right, because he optimistic positioning.
Right.
Yes.
But a pessimistic result.
Very pessimistic result. But after that, I don't know. I think you're right. It just wasn't clicking. The touches weren't to teammates. Nebraska's all over it.
They were running into each other on offense. Like Samba and Adverse had clicked into each other in the corners like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, it was not pretty.
They got to spread out a little bit on offense. Play as a team. UTA are really good as playing as a team. I don't know what went wrong in that first game. Maybe maybe they didn't warm up before they started playing. Maybe, they just got out a class.
That is very possible.
Yeah.
Just woke up from a nap, maybe?
Maybe they just woke up and they need some caffeine like dark.
Went to the U of A route. Play like not good for the first
skip
2
the
games.
first 2 games.
Yeah. Forget about the first 2 games and all of a sudden.
The mouse sports
The
theory
approach
of play.
where speed goes 200 points in games 1 and 2, and then 500, 2 through 5.
It's a long series, though, and it's only the first game for UTA. See if they can bounce back here in game 2 in Nebraska. Looking to keep rolling. They look good. This is a good first result for Nebraska here in this best-of-7.
Yeah, for UTA, just give your teammates some room to breathe on offense. I think they'll find a lot more success on the orange half of the field. Start with Adverse.
Oh, man. Echo Clutch did not believe he could get beat there, and he missed the touch. Pass into the middle. Ruseladon, great save from Adverse.
And that was very, very precarious, to say the least, for UTA. Echo Clutch misses another challenge, carrying this out Samba. Oh, and Adverse getting bumps, but he does pick up the ball, jumps over Ruseladon, and gets the catch, and wins a challenge. Verse, good job.
He's a smart player. He's quick, too. Adverse, one of the best players. And he's shown it a couple times, even in the last game. Just the solo effort on his part has been dangerous. You have to respect it. And Samba, here's a second touch trying to get from Adverse on the back post. Can't do it.
So tight on the rotation. Echo Clutch couldn't find the touch. That's twice now. He's come in to try to keep things going, like above the attacking third, and he's missed it. So he's really got to clean that up. First minute, not pretty.
Nice couple of demos. If ever the Mavericks get a chance to demo Ruseladon, they try. And to be honest, that's not the worst idea I've ever heard. It has given them a couple of second chances at possession. Samba trying to drive one through. He's got Adverse, and Chanos already there. And again, that's the 3rd time this game Echo Clutch hasn't put over his head. Double tap chance. Actually 0 people for Nebraska following that one.
Unpunished, go UTA, and Adverse, that touch will go nowhere for his team in midfield. Instead, it's Samba having to make a play on his own back wall. here on the attack again. Or Nebraska channels past midfield. It's boomed down. Parkour Penguin plays it out to the corner, but UTA switch sides. Pass to Echo Clutch, and he's beat hard. Adverse has to play it from his corner.
Nebraska, no issues finding any long clears up the pitch. They're not really hanging on to the ball, but they're really getting out of pressure so easily.
Finding the gaps in the defense, and UTA are pushed up pretty far once they move downfield. Here's Chanos, no boost on the second touch. It does come off, falling from Marceladon, blocked. Nebraska still hunting. Parkour Penguin saved away by Echo Clutch, and another follow-up comes through. Adverse turns it away.
So great continuation there from Adverse. Now they're on offense. Echo Clutch, oof, long ball the opposite side. Chanos, quick turnaround for Nebraska. Rousseladon on point, turned away from Adverse. He's still on the point from midfield. He's got one on the wing, and Samba. Echo Clutch close behind on the third, and he's going to have to retreat again. UTA can't close these gaps. Like you said, achieves another long clear. It forces UTA to make these kind of touches, and they've been making them, but to have to do it time and again, you risk losing the boost battle.
There we go. That's the first challenge they want after they poke it out, but he's got no boost. But that's a beautiful touch, and Adverse turns it in. Oh, Echo Clutch out of the corner. That's money.
And the Nebraska defense just couldn't catch up to the play. Echo Clutch, great touch to beat both defenders. Chanos wasn't even facing the right way anyways, and Adverse so quick to be there for UTA. They're in the lead.
They need to find Echo Clutch on the point more in those corners, because he's always been solid at finding passes like that. Even if the touch isn't exactly where you need it, he'll at least put it in a space where most times it doesn't get completely boomed back to the other side of the pitch. It's just every time he's third man, he really struggles.
He has definitely had the ball poked over his head a couple times in this game in particular.
Finds himself in the corner here, but I think he was expecting a touch from Rousseladon. He lost the ball. Parkour Penguin picks it up. Rousseladon catch by midfield. Adverse plays it away. UTA holding on to a very, very tedious one-goal lead.
Not the best touch. Good help from Samba, who's going to cost Echo Clutch the rest of his boost, and now it's Nebraska kind of struggling to untangle from each other. Nice couple of approaches on the ball from Rousseladon, but Chanos the one to finally tip it away, and it's floating towards the net. Rousseladon will slip it behind and over the head of Echo Clutch. It's tied at 1.
And I'm interested to see this one from Rousseladon's perspective. I don't know if he was trying to get a touch or just wanted to let it go, throw off the defender, and the fake touch. Either way.
Is he going for the tip off the back edge of the Octane towards the net?
I think he was just trying to get close to it to make the defender think he was going to get the touch. Either way, it worked out for him, whatever he was
I heard
shooting
his teammates screaming, turn, turn, turn.
I mean, to be fair, he whipped around.
Yeah,
as soon as that ball went by
that was a tough shot.
Oh! Good try, Samba.
Anyway, there's a game happening.
Yeah. And a big tying goal for Nebraska. They've been kind of chipping away at the UTA defense.
Oh, dear.
And here's another long clear. Adverse gets the first touch, needs some help. Samba and Adverse constantly tying each other up, but they kind of be close here. Parkour Penguin has it for free. Backboard, no good. Echo Clutch clears it away. UTA skidding out of the defensive end.
Oh, and look at Rousseladon just draw Echo Clutch into that corner. He let him approach just to find the clear into the gap. Chance to regain possession, though, straight sideways, and it's Chanos towards the wall.
High ball for Adverse. Good catch and a demo to open some space up. Samba on the wing. Adverse over Parkour Penguin. Rousseladon tries to stop it. Samba, light shot, down. We got OT.
Much better from UTA as well. They gave up a goal to Nebraska late, but still get themselves an overtime. And Chanos off the kickoff. It's Nebraska with the second game victory.
They didn't believe it.
Big win. Parkour Penguin just completely destroys the opponent on the kickoff. And all that's left is the cheat up. Echo Clutch, no chance. Chanos was already right behind the ball.
Well, they had two players both go for corner boost.
Yep.
Echo Clutch, obviously, it floats out to his side. He's got to go for the challenge. But even still, since Echo Clutch didn't get a piece of it, I'm not even sure Adverse would have made it because it was the far post for Adverse. I mean, that's just two great kickoffs for Nebraska. They've scored 2 big goals on kickoffs in this series. That one, a game winner.
That one hurts if you're UTA.
I still really didn't feel like UTA, yes, They played better, but I never felt like they really grabbed real control of this game. It feels like, okay, adverse, great. You air dribbled down the pitch. Now what are you going to do? Nothing. Echo Clutch had a couple of passes over to midfield, but only one of them was really on target, and everything else was good challenges by Nebraska on the defensive end. They didn't let UTA have real extended stays. Those long clears just kept happening. They have to, I hate sounding like a broken record.
Okay.
But when the issue just keeps happening, it's just talking about the long clears happening. It's like Echo Clutch, the ball keeps getting over his head. Adverse and Samba, they both want to go for the same ball every time. And like it isn't unless they're both on the opposite side of the pitch that they both don't dive at the ball. Stop doing that. just stop. It's the playoffs, man. Like, talk to each other. We can't be. You can't be tying each other's wheels up so much. It's frustrating because you know the team is better than that. You know UTA are better than that. But everyone wants to be the hero. Guess what? How about no one be the hero? How about we lift each other up and pass the ball around a little bit and stop bumping into each other? It's frustrating gameplay to watch, honestly.
So discipline. That's what you want out of UTA here. They have opportunity to turn it around here against Nebraska.
Jorby, you want to talk about playoffs?
I'm done talking about playoffs for now.
Okay.
Playoffs.
I didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to
bite.
I know. I saw the glint in your eye. So
yeah. I wanted to, but we still have more playoffs games coming up. UTA
Game 3. About to get going. You need to win it.
Can they turn it around, Jorby? A lot of passion here, but
they can.
It looked much better, to be fair. It got over their heads a couple times, but they handled the pressure overall quite well. Unfortunately, the hard part for Texas Arlington that game was holding on to the ball once they got on offense. You're absolutely right, Jorby.
We'll see if they can figure it out because they are running out of games to figure it out.
Both teams really employing the bomb the ball up the pitch and see if you win the next challenge, and Nebraska just did it a little better.
Shot for Samba. It's wide, way wide. Looking for a gap. Oh, and Samba almost picks. But it's sent away again. Samba.
They got him boxed in.
Adverse, nothing. Chanos had it blocked. Rousseladon going to pick this up. He's got Echo Clutch beat over one. Rousseladon trying to bait him. Rousseladon is denied by Adverse. Are you kidding?
And it's clinical from Rousseladon there, using that wave
dash.
A jump. Yeah, just dashes at the ball. Tough for a defender to even react to that.
That was a monster save from Adverse. Big play.
I don't even know how he just put himself in the perfect spot for it, but...
Well, he's pretty good at this game.
Oh, we know
feels good to be good.
You've told us many times.
No, that's Rousseladon. Parkour Penguin.
They're both real good.
Denied by Samba. Chanos only trying to buy time. Rousseladon buying a little bit more, but Adverse picks up the point, flips it over another. Parkour Penguin over back to Rousseladon, taking control of Nebraska. Rousseladon, big challenge with a big brain.
He gave up on it immediately, though. He knew he caught a little too much of it. He just didn't even waste his time.
Big win from Chanos. It's going down into the net. Chanos punches it off the ceiling.
Pirelli, you're upset?
I saw this one from a mile away. I knew when Echo Clutch was beat, it was going in, and the last defender couldn't get their Chanos off the ceiling. Is what gives Nebraska the lead.
I make those shots all the time. Do you not?
Nope. Adverse.
Me neither.
Knocked away by Chanos. And Nebraska?
Oh, that's not good.
But not feeling a ton of pressure. That ball almost got away from him on the touch. Echo Clutch is nowhere close to this. Nebraska are just a faster team. Good luck and good night. Rousseladon scores off of Chanos' disgusting pass.
It all goes back to that one awkward touch from Adverse.
Wow.
Lets Nebraska get some traction on offense for just a moment, and then that tip from Chanos, the final nail in the coffin.
And you start to wonder on the emotional side of things for UTA, tilt setting in, you're down 2 games. A couple of good goals here from Nebraska. Really starting to put their foot on your throat. Got to react here. Make a difference, or how about Rousseladon puts another one away for Nebraska?
Oof, quick and dirty.
Adverse trying to go for the big boomer play. Unfortunately, just didn't get all of it. Kind of just lofted it slowly up. Chanos chomps down on it. Celadon will score it away.
Reaction from Celadon on that pass, too. I mean, it wasn't a slow pass, and he had landed for about 2 frames before he had to jump again. He puts it right on target. I mean, credit on the pass. It was perfectly placed, but still. Celadon's good. And he gets the pass, but the extra touch by Echo Clutch will take it away. Echo Clutch still going. Adverse. Back to Echo. Echo denied for now. Waiting on the rotation was Samba. He at least stops it. Echo Clutch wants Adverse. Adverse barely gets to that ball. Celadon, Parkour Penguin, and they have the goal in the turnaround. No, denied, but UTA are down by 3. They still have to work their way to the orange half.
Yeah, they really got to find some offense here soon. Time's ticking down, and Celadon and Nebraska are just constantly in their face, and they're having trouble breaking out from their own end.
Adverse is winning his paycheck for his defense, though, that's for sure. Finally, a shot on target. How close can he keep it? Off the ceiling. Looking for the flip reset and drilled from Oh my gosh, he got back to it. What? What?
Never quitting. First of all, that first touch, great. Echo Clutch bodies 2 defenders. Adverse goes skirt and easy shot achieves.
I think he did get his flip off the ball, but he flipped into the ground and just slid on his back and then
no problem.
Flipped over on his car, and here
Press
he is again.
X.
Another one.
Okay,
for Adverse, and it's a 2 goals for UTA.
I think Adverse threw off, who was it? Chanos went to the corner for this? Yeah, I think Chanos thought the flip was coming. Adverse definitely got it off the nose, though. No flip possible, and he realized that and just immediately tried to shoot it as fast as he could. And he beat Chanos because of it.
So like you said, Adverse earning his keep here in this game. Keeping his team in it, only down by 1 now with 1.5 minutes left.
And off the kickoff, too, something that killed UTA in the last game.
Yeah.
Allowing kickoff goals.
Overtime kickoff goal.
But Nebraska still have this lead. They can stop the bleeding. They can negate a comeback. Chanos gets a big win on the challenge, and Celadon misses the ball. Adverse, he's over Parkour Penguin. He's still on point. Sambo's going for the demo. He can't get it. Abco clutches up. He can't get it. Celadon clears it back to the corner. Nebraska hanging on by a thread with this 1-goal lead.
And that was a tough play to make for Celadon. He was about to get demoed. There's the demo in front of the net. And again, someone else having to step up to cover the gap. Nebraska under a ton of pressure. The Mavericks throwing literally everything at him.
Adverse starts from the corner. Time running out.
Oh, what
Squares
a
up
challenge.
against Parkour Penguin. Celadon is the victor. Echo Clutch in the corner against Chanos, trying to work their way towards the box. UTA have had all the pressure. Can they actually find something towards the box here? Wow. But Chanos makes life impossible in the orange half. Good first touch from Echo Clutch, but no one is able to follow it up, and Parkour Penguin takes it away. UTA, they're out of time. Parkour Penguin blocked by Echo Clutch. It's in front of the box, and first takes it away. He's over what he keeps it out with less than a second left. Adverse 360!
My goodness.
And Echo Clutch keeps it off the backboard. Samba, the shot!
Oh, no!
Good! Nebraska are 1 game away!
Go in the net!
Come on!
No!
I thought Adverse was just gonna launch that ball.
I saw him 360, and I'm like, he's about to just
destroy that man.
Literally 360 no scope.
Well, it's actually, to be honest, that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Because you jump and you see the guy turn around like that, and you're expecting the backflip shot. So he plays on the fact that the defender is going to see that and bite. So he tries to just go for the fake, and brilliant idea, Adverse. Brilliant.
And you can't blame him.
I am devastated that they didn't score that. Because boy, if you ever deserved one, that was it.
I wanted the flash, man. Oh.
That was about to, end that man's whole career right there. That was it.
And UTA, I mean, we're just basically dragged by Adverse here in this game, and he was almost able to clutch it up. But Nebraska now putting them on match point.
Oof. That one hurts.
You can't put yourself in a 3-goal hole. That's just that's the story of what that play was.
Just don't get scored on.
Yeah, don't lose. It's easy.
Oh man.
It's not easy.
I'm sorry. I'm still just devastated.
I feel it.
I think literally everyone from the caster desk to maybe even Nebraska wanted that one to go in.
Either way,
That's how pretty that was.
and it has to be deflating for UTA to be that close and to not convert.
But you can't dwell on it.
You can't. And they're one away from losing.
Oh,
And Ruseladon.
He finds so much space for himself. Watch him jump over a defender in adverse. Get the ball back. Echo Clutch isn't even turned around.
Well,
and a
he's got
top shelf shot coming out from Ruseladon.
Echo has to go back right there.
Yeah.
He has to, because he sees that ball roll slowly, and he knows the next guy coming at it's Ruseladon. Even if adverse gets that bump, he can't take the risk of going because he's already beat, so he tries to play on the line. Unfortunately, that gives up the space, and Ruseladon nails the shot.
Huge goal for the Mavericks.
Oh, is he going to get that too? Okay.
Just misses. It is blocked, but a great pass and the shot off the crossbar.
Ding.
Bouncer in for Chanos. Nebraska taking it to UTA.
Great vision from Ruseladon. That's a tough shot
That's
for Chanos.
hard. Under pressure to put it up. It's like adverse has to try and make that block, like save the ball and not get demoed at the same time. And he can't do both.
Will Nebraska respond from us getting swept by UTA at the beginning of the season with a sweep of their own in the playoffs on the road to the national championship?
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves.
There's
Let's
what?
get ahead of
But
ourselves.
we're getting ahead. It's 3-0 and a minute and 12 seconds have elapsed.
Plenty of time for UTA, but they've got to stop the bleeding now. You're down by 3. 3 minutes and 48 seconds left. You need to have this kickoff go in your favor. Start off on the right foot. See if they can do it. Adverse, this is opportunity right off the bat. Follow-up's there, turned away by Chanos, and immediately here comes Nebraska down the other way. Chanos goes by one with the mind game,
Oh,
and it goes in for
goodness.
Chanos. What a play for him.
Chanos. They're already dead. Look at this. Whoop. Oh.
And adverse tries to pinch it off the wall and ends up on-goaling it.
Chanos. So good.
From bad to worse.
Oh, from good to great.
Yeah, it depends which way you look at it.
The Mavericks. If you wanted to see what the chops are of Nebraska, the start of the playoffs, I mean, what
Hey,
better,
is that in?
What better way for Parkour Penguin and Company to just, I mean, they slapped UTA in the face and UTA let them. No response from UTA. The best we've seen from them was that attempted comeback with a minute remaining. They scored 2 quick kickoff or 2 goals quickly. Adverse just misses a touch. And even here, UTA can't find anything of quality in front of the box. Is that in? Bang.
Yep. My heart breaks.
My heart sings.
I picked Nebraska,
Yeah.
and I'm devastated.
Well, one of us has to be, but it's not me.
Didn't you pick Texas Arlington?
And? What's your point?
Why are you not weeping in agony right now?
Because Ruseladon and Chanos and Parkour Penguin are nuts. Thank you.
They are playing a beautiful game, to be fair.
This is like peak Nebraska right now.
It really is. Like, yes, UTA, it's getting away from them as well, but, I mean,
It's just,
Nebraska just,
they're not even really doing anything like horribly, horribly wrong. They're not like missing a big touch.
are just slower.
It's,
And they've tried to fix the positioning. Like,
It's-
I've noticed. Go ahead.
well, it's a 4-0 sweep that you feel with the Mavericks season, 8-7, beating a lot of tough teams. It's a 4-0 sweep you feel they don't deserve.
You don't feel like Nebraska deserve a 4-0
Oh, no.
sweep?
Nebraska deserved
Oh,
the
you're
4-0
saying,
sweep.
oh, sorry, the Mavericks, yeah, the
Yeah,
UTA.
the Mavericks just don't
Oh.
deserve the 4-0, and just the slaughter here in Game 4.
It's the Harlem Globetrotters, but without too much flash. They're just scoring 1,000 goals. Only 6.
I mean, that's a beautiful shot from Chanos, but
that's all it's been.
A tough read from Ruseladon, and it's been a lot of just great plays from Nebraska
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
They're playing
like, to your
insane.
point, it's not even like UTI are really playing that poorly. Nebraska
just-
is just popping the heck off right now.
you kidding? Celadon has had some crazy touches.
They touch the ball, it turns to gold.
Here's Adverse. He's had a couple great solo plays. It's taken away by Samba, tried to get the shot, and that one goes over Echo Clutch.
Oh my God, don't demo him.
They're gonna.
Oh, come on.
Didn't get the demo, but it still threw off the
Well, it's
last
like,
man.
all it has to do is force him to pick a direction.
Oh, I think he got a piece of him.
It's so fun to watch a team just play like Nebraska are playing, where they never trip each other up. They aren't really making any mistakes in this game in particular, and it's like you said, Achieves, everything they touch turns to gold, and turns into a goal. And you just love everything you're seeing from this team. I mean, you've gotten it all. You've gotten Roussel with some fakes, some nice touches, Chanos with a fake of his own, good passes, just faster to the ball. And now that you're up, I mean, it was happening since they were up 4-0, but the backboard is essentially open for business. So do what you want, Nebraska. It doesn't matter.
That last touch that Parkour Penguin went for right there, that just put him to 100 points.
What? He hasn't got a chance.
Chanos has 841 score. Celadon has 774. Parkour Penguin's just been cruising around like, I guess I'm helping.
And it doesn't really matter. I mean, Nebraska looking so good here in Game 4 in particular, but throughout the series. They look very strong going into the later part of this playoff bracket. They even score on themselves.
There we go.
Why not?
They demo the guy too.
Why not?
Chanos tries to pass it across. Parkour Penguin trying to delay. And then Chanos goes for the pass, I'm pretty sure, to the other team.
It's the ultimate disrespect. You demo the guy who's going to score the goal, and then you score it yourself.
My goal. The bad manners. Oh, and they get it right back. Jeez.
I mean, I know they're up 8-1, and nobody wants to hear us break down an 8-1 goal, but look at the power.
And the bump.
Perfect shot from Celadon. 64 miles an hour. That's a tough one to read.
Did his car even like get moved by that bump? No. He just bulldozed through him. That never happens to me.
You're not hitting people right.
What the heck, man? That's ridiculous. I mean, look, if Nebraska are going to look like this, I don't think anyone's going to stop them. Look out, LSU.
Oh
look out, Arizona. You guys are going to get crushed.
Yeah, making a statement here, putting up 9 goals.
They're going to get a 10-burger.
Wait, is that what that's called?
No, I make it up.
You just made that up.
I didn't just make it up. I've been saying it since like Community Cast, but no one has ever liked it. That's why I keep saying it.
I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. I was like, is that a real thing?
Yeah.
The 10-burger.
Well, it's like, you know how in football, like a team scores 40, they're like, oh, they put the 40 burger on them.
No.
So I just transferred it over to Rocket League, and everyone thinks I'm an idiot. And they're right. Nebraska move on to the playoffs. Congratulations. You look great.
Man.
But my phrases, some of them, you know, I saw someone say something. It's like a hammer and an anvil. It's like, you know, when I hit center, beautiful. It's perfect.
Perfect clang.
When I miss, it's bad. I lose a finger.
Oof.